could have their licenses revoked, but he'll let the FCC chairman decide.
Maybe their license should be taken away. It will be up to Brendan Carr.
A shouting match between CNN's Caitlin Collins and Texas Senator Ted Cruz highlights the pernicious lie by the liberal media to paint Charlie Kirk's shooter as a conservative.
Senator Ted Cruz was a guest on CNN's The Source this week, and he was incredulous when host Caitlin Collins tried to say authorities have no idea of the motive of alleged assassin Tyler Robinson. There was a lot of talking over each other.
We don't have a motive yet. We don't know yet. We're waiting. Obviously, we've heard what the governor's had to say, what the FBI director said today.
Come on, we don't have a motive yet.
We know.
We don't have a motive yet. Really?
Cruz basically called Collins a liar.
That is objectively false.
They have not set a concrete motive of exactly what it was.
And
They've laid out
CNN
every
should not be
evidence that we
engaged
know
in
so far.
misinformation.
Tim Graham of Media Research Center says whenever Cruz appears on CNN, the host is almost required to get angry.
When you have Ted Cruz going up against Caitlin Collins, you also have a massive difference in intellect. So the only way you can actually try to win the conversation is by talking loudly.
Graham says it's foolish for the left to try to paint Robinson as some conservative, and the longer they try, the more stupid they look.
When the family and the law enforcement people tell you what he is, and you can see from his texts and his bullet casing remarks, you can tell he is not a conservative. He is not a supporter of Trump, which you would already know because he shot Charlie Kirk.
I'm Steve Jordahl.
The House Oversight Committee chair is calling on the CEOs of tech platforms Reddit, Discord, Twitch, and Steam to testify before lawmakers in the wake of the shooting death of Charlie Kirk last week. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer on what he'll be looking for from executives in that hearing.
We want to bring the CEOs in to see if they're to see how they market those platforms and what foreign actors are coming in and maybe trying to influence young people to spread hate and to spread violence on those platforms.
The Trump administration is considering raising the age to qualify for Social Security. Tom Graham explains.
Social Security's two main trust funds are projected to reach insolvency on a combined basis in 2034. That's according to Social Security Administration Commissioner Frank Bisignano, who tells Maria Bartiromo of Fox Business they're looking at potentially raising the retirement age for benefits.
I think everything's considering.
He also warned if trust funds are tapped out, the program would face an automatic benefit cut by law.
Lawmakers work to fund the government ahead of the September 30th shutdown deadline. Democrats countered Republicans' bill that would fund the government until November 21st. House Speaker Mike Johnson says the Senate Minority Leader isn't legislating in good faith, saying his part's bill is a temporary solution until both sides can work out a more complete bill.
We offered a totally clean, short-term CR to get that job done. Chuck Schumer saw that. He returned a counteroffer that is filled with partisan wish lists and poison pills and demands.
And authorities say they have found remains they believe are Travis Decker, an ex-soldier wanted in the deaths of his three daughters in the mountains of Washington State. More news online at afn.net and the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
God is at work, and he's calling his people to rise in truth. Truth Rising is a powerful new documentary from Focus on the Family and the Colson Center. See how ordinary Christians choose courage in a culture that needs truth. Watch Truth Rising today and find out how you can become an agent of restoration and hope. Visit truthrising.com today. That's truthrising.com.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
Ahoy, and good morning, esteemed professors.
They can't take boats or something?
I guess they could, but
then they wouldn't be in a trivia question, though.
That's true. That was Yosemite Sam.
I think you got the wrong play, Ed.
And welcome. It is Trivia Friday. Ed Vitagliano sitting in for Tim Wildmon today. J.J. Jasper is out. Bert Harper is sitting in for him. Good morning.
Good to see you. J.J. Bert Harper. A lot of difference.
Can you do the voice?
Hey there, guys.
Here's
that's the only time you'll hear it.
And we are so short of personnel, I dragged Tony Vitagliano in to fit, I guess, to take my spot. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Good morning. I got to say, I've been on the show all week, and I'm the most nervous I've ever been.
For Trivia Friday.
For Trivia Friday,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
First time here. Glad
Well,
to be
that's
here,
funny. Alex was on Exploring the Word, okay? Alex took 4 days, serious stuff. Friday, Bert Harper comes on. Does that tell you a lot, guys, right?
Well, listen, you bring energy. You bring energy and great questions. So, now we're going to find out what Tony brings. That's why he's nervous.
Yeah.
JJ did text me this morning. He said he wanted me to make mention of where he was. He is currently traveling back from Alexandria, Louisiana. He did the Senla Pregnancy Centers banquet last night. He said it was a huge success. Nearly 800 people in attendance. Lots of AFR listeners, JJ said. A lot of people came up to him, said how much they enjoyed Trivia Friday. We'll see if they can say that after this show. He said the pro-life community in central Louisiana and South Mississippi was participating. Said they were amazing. It was a great night for life. So JJ wanted to thank all of those who prayed. He usually asks the prior week, for people to pray, and it went really, really well. So we look forward to having both Tim and JJ back in the saddle next Friday. But it is Trivia Friday. Each of us 3 professors here on Learning University will ask 3 questions each. Tony Quick, how many questions total is that?
9.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Good.
I'm not
good.
tenured yet. I'm not a tenured professor. I'm still
That's right.
Junior professor.
And so we invite you, our listeners, to call in if you've never been on the air. If you have been on the air with us before, we ask you to wait a week. But here's the number to call to get on with us here on Trivia Friday. It is 888-589-8840. That's 888-589-8840. Again, if you have been on with us in the last 2 months, we ask you to wait a week. You do need to be 11 years old or older to call in and get on the program. We ask you to honor that request. And Brother Bert, one of these 9 questions is going to be something special about it.
Yeah, one of them is a mystery question. And if you call on that question and answer that question, you'll hear this sound.
Ah, the beloved cowbell.
For some of us, it's beloved for sure, right? And
I just say it because if I don't, I get in trouble with Tim.
Well, there's some of us. We spent at least one semester there, So anyway, hey, guess what? They also get a gift, right?
Yes.
An AFR cap, hat, cap. I call them caps.
Yeah.
And it's great design.
Nice.
I
love those hats.
They are awesome looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wear it, you notice it too.
Yep.
It's good.
Exactly.
Also, now, folks, if you want to take a look at it, now some of you are watching online, you see Brother Bert holding it up. But if you would like to buy one, look at it online and buy one. You don't have to simply land on the mystery question and answer it correctly. You can go to our resource center. We have not only hats, we have, T-shirts, books, DVDs, all kinds of wonderful resources. Go to resources.afa.net, resources.afa.net. Ed, Bert, Tony, we are your professors, 888-589-8840. Tony, since you're our guest associate professor, we're going to let you do your 3 questions first. I'll do mine, and then Brother Bert, you bring us up from the rear there, and then we'll jump on the phones.
Okay. My first question is, what country in the world has the most pyramids? My second question is, what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? And this is multiple choice. Should I go ahead and give all the choices?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to let them guess the multiple choice answers
really
too.
Would they get 4 hats that way?
So what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? Was it A, ground bamboo shoots, B, sticky rice, C, animal fat, or D, duck sauce?
Duck sauce.
And then lastly, my third question, True or false, the college football team with the longest losing streak ever lost more than 50 games in a row.
True or
Is
false?
that true or false?
True or false?
Wow.
50-50 chance, man.
I'd hate to be a fan of that team.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent questions. By the way, the second question you asked about the Great Wall of China, isn't that my granddaughter's question?
It is, yes.
Yeah, Stella?
My daughter, yeah. Stella's request.
All right.
I can tell who the grandparent is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
we bring them up every time we can.
It is the best question I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All right, here are my 3 questions. Who is the month of July named after? Who is the month of July named after? Second question, a little bit of geography for you. What is the name of the sea between Greece and Turkey? What is the name of the sea between Greece and Turkey? And then third question, true, false. The largest swarm of locusts in history covered an area of 2,000 square miles. But is that true or false? The largest swarm of locusts in history covered an area of 2,000 square miles. That's 2/3 of the U.S. Is that true or false? That's what I've got.
That's a big swarm.
Yeah.
If it's true, we'll see.
Okay, here's my 3. What is the most common given name for the President of the United States? Okay, what is the most common given name?
Okay, so you're talking about like first name.
First name.
Okay.
It could be the second name.
Okay. I see. All right.
Yeah, some of them are called by their second
I got
names. The second question, and it's a Bible question, on which island did Paul preach on his first missionary journey? On which island did Paul preach on his first missionary journey? And Andrew Griffith had a man.
Oh, you got to.
You keep on having me on here. I'm going to have to look hard.
You know, I almost did an Andrew Griffith question, and I was like, well, Brother Bert's on there, so I know, he's gonna have one.
With 2, it won't hurt. Okay, guys.
And I will tell you this. If you ever get to the place where you've done them all, just start through them. There's no rule against that.
Okay. Here it is, and it's a multiple choice because I found out the harder it is, you better give a multiple choice. It works that way. According to Barney, that's already funny.
Yeah, they're start.
What is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? Okay. Okay, y'all, do you remember the show?
I remember this.
Remember the show? Okay. The ringneck grouse or grouse, whichever, I think it's grouse, the way they would pronounce it, wild pheasant, a quail, or the web-footed red-crested lake loon. Which one is the hardest to trap, according to Barney?
Okay.
I just want to say one little thing. This actually happened. I got my haircut yesterday, and I know the ladies there, good church ladies, Christian women, and one of them asked me. Now, I'm embarrassed that I forgot the real biblical answer to this. She said that one of her new grandchildren, just born, they named him Asa. And she said, wasn't Asa a king in the Old Testament? And I told her, I said, well, I think so. I said, I'm embarrassed I can't answer that. I think so. But I can tell you definitely who was named Asa, and that was the bank guard in the bank on the episode of Andy Griffith when Barney was trying to get him a little bit more secure. So I said, you could take the meaning of that any way you want. I know Andy Griffith better than the Old Testament. So, all right. Let's go to the phones. I'm going to go to Jesse first, and then you're going to take them all. We have a little note here. Jesse from Texas. We accidentally cut you off at the beginning, Jesse, so we're coming right back to you. Apologize for the inconvenience, and welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, I appreciate that because the last time I was on, Tim put me on during a break on hold, and I got lost that time too.
Oh, all right. Well, you've been lost, Jesse, and now you're found. Praise the Lord.
That's good. That's good.
Where do you live in Texas, Jesse?
Fulton.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Let's pray hard.
Okay. A little bit maybe of a questionable connection here. We're going to try to get to you, Jesse. You want to ask, answer, or do both?
No.
Jesse, you there?
I hear the tumbleweeds.
All right.
Me.
Jesse, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just a bad connection there. Or
Third time is not a charm.
No, not always.
Okay, ready
right,
to go
let's
to the
go.
next? Okay, let's go to Tennessee. Bill, thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning. What part of Tennessee are you from, Bill?
In the northwest corner, up near the University of Tennessee in Martin.
Okay.
Give them a shout out.
Yeah,
there you go.
No, that's a beautiful area up there. Well, Bill, you want to
Yes,
answer,
sir.
ask, or both?
I'd like to do both, please.
Okay, which question you want to try to answer?
Well, I'm going to take a gamble on that one with the locusts.
All right, here's
I
the
find
question. The largest swarm of locusts in history covered an area of 2,000 square miles. But is that true or false, Bill? What do you say?
Well, the largest one ever in history, I'm going to say that's true.
It
That it
is
was
100% true. It crossed the
There you
Red
go.
Sea in 1889 and was estimated to contain 250 billion individual locusts.
Woo.
You know what? I didn't look. I should have looked up which direction it was going.
John the Baptist would have been licking his lips. I'll tell you what. You know.
The honeybees were following, man. He had it made. Oh, wow.
Hey, good job, Bill. That is just one of those kind of extraordinary truths of history. Although it's can't be a pleasant one with that many individual locusts coming across. Well done, sir. What's your question for us?
Yeah. Well, a little bit of an area question up here. We're not very far from the Kentucky state line, and there's a twin cities up there, Fulton, South Fulton. And Fulton's in Kentucky, South Fulton's in Tennessee, and they're celebrating a fruit this week. Can you tell me what fruit they're celebrating up there?
Man.
Okay, Bill.
Okay.
All right, let me just ask you this. Is this something normal that a normal person would at least might guess at? Or
Oh, yeah. I mean, you guys consume these on a regular basis.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're
Okay.
going to talk amongst ourselves. Don't say yes or no yet, Bill. It's got to be something here in the coming up on the fall.
Yeah. Strawberry Festival, I think it's in Milam. It's one of those Tennessees up there, towns in Tennessee. North of that, you get into, a smaller apple.
Yeah, maybe apple.
Yeah. I know they're mostly in D.C., not D.C., but Washington State.
Now, we can guess different things with three people here.
I'll go with apple.
Yeah, apple.
Well, that was going to be my guess.
Well, I'll change mine.
Hey, I think we just go in with Brother Bert.
All right, we're all in. We're all in, Bill, with Brother Bert and
you're-
apples.
You're all bobbing for apples, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually a banana.
Really?
Banana festival.
Banana festival in
Fulton?
Kentucky
Yeah.
and Tennessee.
Here's the backstory.
Okay.
They would come in from the Central and South American nations by ship, be offloaded in New Orleans, come up on rail cars up as far as Fulton, and they would be put on ice to keep them from spoiling, and then make further journeys to be distributed. So Fulton, South Fulton was an area where they would make their stops. So that's where they grabbed onto the banana to go ahead and have. Everybody's got to have a festival,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
right.
I've got one wish. I hope y'all don't slip on it.
Oh, Bert.
Oh, here we go.
J.J. Jasper.
Hey,
Yes, that's
you
true.
got
That's true.
Okay.
And you're even sitting in his
Here's the
chair.
story.
hey, look at the boy. Yeah, that's all right.
One other little side note. Each year, to go along with the festival, they make a 1-ton banana pudding. And give it
Okay.
away free.
All right.
Okay.
So I got to ask how they serve it. Is it warm or is it cold?
It's cold.
It's
They
cold.
chill it.
All right. Oh, they
Well,
chill
the,
it.
the next county over is actually they celebrate their banana wafer festival at the same time. So they just get together and
Kinda
they
like
put their
chocolate and
put their
peanut butter
differences
together.
aside. Yeah.
Hey, Bill,
Put their
thank you, man.
differences aside.
I hope the festival is a success, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Banana festival.
That would
Maybe go a nice banana split. I I'm not. My wife loves banana pudding. I don't even know. Do you like banana pudding, Tony?
I'm not a big fan, but I'll eat it.
I like it warm.
Okay, you like it warm.
guy.
I like it cold.
Yeah.
Like regular, pudding. My wife likes it warm. So
yeah.
we've survived that distinction, that difference throughout our marriage years. But
Okay, let's go to the next caller, and it's Jacob in Kentucky. Welcome, Jacob.
How are you doing this morning, Bert?
Doing well. It's good to hear from you. Now, you got a good Bible name. If they said Jacob in the Bible, Ed, you'd
I
know
would have
that.
known that.
Okay.
There's a lot of us around.
Yeah. Hey, good. What part of Kentucky, Jacob?
I'm from JJ's part of the neck of the woods, West Kentucky.
Okay.
I think JJ would have known the answer to that last question.
Probably would have.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you know the answer to that, Jacob?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not. But
I would never have
JJ
guessed in a million years that it'd be bananas.
Right.
But hey, Jacob, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
I can do both.
All right. Which one you want to answer?
Somebody's got a question about July. I want to try that one.
All right, that's mine. Who is the month of July named after, Jacob?
I'm wanting to say I'm wanting to say Julius Caesar, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's what I'm going to go with.
Well, you are correct. It is
All right.
Julius Caesar. Nice. Well done.
Way to go. It'd be better than Caesar, the month of Caesar. They did a good job of picking the right name.
Picking the right name. He was from the family of the Julii. Hey, so excellent job. Well done. I did not know that.
I didn't know. I didn't.
How about June? Is that his wife?
No, that wasn't Julius Caesar's wife.
But let me ask you, August is what's the month of August?
I think that is Caesar Augustus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a trend there. Yeah.
Well, listen.
His pet dog was named September. Yeah.
Come here, Sep.
All of our days of our week, a lot of them, the months are named after historical and even false gods. Thursday is Thor's day. So I guess in heaven, if there's days of the week, we'll get different names. So
Hey, Jacob, you got a question for us?
Yes, I'm going to bring this one back to see if anyone remembers. This chapter of the Bible was written by Nebuchadnezzar.
All right, we're going to talk amongst ourselves here. Okay, so this has got to be like Daniel chapter 4 or something.
Has to be
3, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Chapter 2 is like the statue, the dream of the statue. But then
Nebuchadnezzar.
one of them is Nebuchadnezzar talking about
what he did and what happened to him, and he came back.
Which one was that? Was it chapter 3?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. I yield to Brother Bert and the two pastors in the room.
Well, I didn't know who Asa was. All right. Well, we're going to go
Which one is it, Jacob?
Daniel chapter 3.
Which one did you say, Brother Bert?
I'm going to, hey, to be different, I'll say 4. Okay? We'll go with it that way.
You were correct.
4?
All right. Now, hang on here a second.
He changed right at the last second.
Thank you, Ed.
I said Daniel 4, and then Bert said Daniel 3, and I went with Bert, and then Bert switched to 4.
That's the equivalent at the auction. Oh, $40 and 1 penny. Yeah, the last second. Yeah.
All right. That Jacob, that's an excellent trivia question.
It is awesome to see what he did, but then how he reverted back and what God did.
Right.
It is an amazing story. It is.
All right, before we get to another question, why don't we go ahead and reset the questions? I got to put 2 in because I've had 2 answered. So Tony, give your 3 questions. I'll toss in some, and Bert, and then maybe we can fit in one more question before the break.
My first question is, what country in the world has the most pyramids? Next question, what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? Ground bamboo shoots, sticky rice, animal fat, or duck sauce? And then true or false, the college football team with the longest losing streak ever lost more than 50 games in a row.
Wow. All right, I've had 2 questions answered. So one of my original questions is this. What is the name of the sea between Greece and Turkey? Here's a question I'll add. Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? And then third question, what is the only mammal that can actually fly? What is the only mammal that can actually fly?
Okay, here's my 3. What is the most common given name, first or second name, not the last name, for the President of the United States? What's the most common given name? On which island did Paul preach on his first missionary journey? Andy Griffith Show. According to Barney, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? A ring-necked grouse, a wild pheasant, a quail, or a web-footed red-crested lake loon? Okay.
All right. I remember that episode.
And you laugh when you remember
Yes,
it.
I do.
Right.
Well, let's get one last caller in before the break.
Matt from Texas. Thank you for calling, Matt.
Oh, you're welcome. How are you guys?
Doing great. You want to answer or ask or both?
I'm going to do both.
Okay. Which question you want to take on, man?
I think it's the one. I'm going to try the one about Paul.
Okay. On which island did Paul preach on his first missionary journey?
Well, I got a 57-year-old mind, but I'm going to try to remember. I think it's Cyprus.
That is correct.
Good job.
Way to go.
Now, let me give you a little history. He and Barnabas went there. They were on the first missionary journey. That's originally Barnabas' land from Cyprus.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. You read that, and when he comes. And then when the second missionary journey, they split up, Barnabas went back to Cyprus with Mark.
Oh,
and
okay.
So it's a great history there.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
Going
Great.
back to his own people.
Yeah, going back.
His home
Barnabas wasn't going to give up on his home.
No.
Right.
And Paul would go back to Troas several times too.
Yeah.
So that tells you something about home. It draws you to it.
Yes.
It really does. Hey, what's your question for us, Matt?
It's going to be an Andy Griffith question, but one.
All right.
Tony, you did a great job this week filling in, and they need to have you on more.
Oh, you're very kind, Matt. Thank you.
You're welcome. So my question is, the episode where the Darlings first, how many hatfuls does it take to fill up the radiator on that old truck?
Oh, that is a
That is a
great
question.
great question.
At the town fountain.
Yes.
Which was illegal.
Because there's a whole dialogue
Yeah.
that he's having.
Yeah.
Was it with Andy?
Is
The whole-
Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I want to say 3 just for writing consistency.
I'm going to go 7.
I'm gonna go 3 since Bert did me
And then-
wrong.
You're going to change it right before him. I'm going to go 4. Yeah. So what do we?
What's the answer, Matt?
It's going to be 11.
11?
Wow.
7-11. I should have known it, guys.
11
Wow.
hatfuls. That was a great. I love the Darlings when they were on it.
That was the first episode of them coming to town.
Yes,
man.
it was.
Yes,
It was. Was that the one where they were hiding out in the motel?
I think going up and down the road.
The hotel, I should say.
And Asa is on Andy Griffith Show, by the way.
Yes, I've heard that name somewhere before. Hey, Matt, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And that was an excellent question.
God bless you, Matt.
All right, folks, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, more of Trivia Friday. Ed Vitagliano sitting in for Tim Wildmon this week. Brother Bert Harper, Tony Vitagliano. We're going to have some fun and hit the calls again as soon as we get back from the break. You're listening to Trivia Friday on the American Family Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildman.
Have you ever watched one of those long freight trains go past? Some of them seem like they are a mile long, don't they? I once counted 114 boxcars on one of those long ones. Sometimes you wonder how those tracks can hold such a heavy load. Well, it's hard to believe, but a train of 100 cars and weighing 26 million pounds is supported at any given moment on an area totaling only a little more than 2 square feet. In fact, 2.06 square feet is the exact number. Now that's hard to believe, isn't it? Yet it's true. A 100-car train that weighs 26 million pounds is supported by just more than 2 square feet. The reason that such a tremendous load is supported by such a small territory is that the railroad has a good foundation. Whether or not the folks who build railroads are Christian or not, I can't say. But one thing is for certain, they used one principle taught by the Galilean in their building of the railroad. They laid a good foundation. Now the carpenter was talking about a different type of foundation than that laid for a railroad track. He was talking about a foundation for your belief in God and trust in His will. Jesus said the best way to build a foundation was to be active doing those things He said do. He likened those who heard His words and acted upon them to the man who built his house on the rock. He likened those who only heard His word and did not act accordingly to the man who built his house on the sand. Even if you have never heard this teaching of Christ, you know the result of each man's building. When your trust in God is built by a firm faith in Him and a strong desire to do His will, you will be able to stand the storms of life that each of us has to face. Death is one of those storms. Tragedy is another. Pain could be added to the list. Jesus said these will not shake your faith if it is rooted not only in the hearing but also the doing of His words. Any builder will tell you that the foundation is one of the most important parts of the building, if not the most important part. For if the foundation isn't strong, the rest of the building is in danger and probably will suffer damage if put to a test. The newspapers some time ago carried the picture of an apartment building in New Orleans where the builders had to drive several stabilizers over 150 feet into the ground to ensure a solid foundation for the tall building. Now, Jesus taught that we should have a solid foundation for our lives also. Partly, and maybe mostly, what is wrong with the world today, and especially our country, is that we don't have a solid foundation underneath us to sustain us. Too many times we want a prefabricated Christian experience that comes in a neat little package and doesn't interfere with our lives in any manner. This type of foundation suits us just fine till the storm hits, and then we wish we had a more solid foundation because we see our building crumbling on the weak foundation that we've built. It was probably a great surprise to you, as it was to me, that a 100-car train was supported on just more than 2 square feet. For those of you who are outside the Christian faith, it will come as a surprise also to learn that the Christian has built his foundation on nothing but the Galilean. That seems an awfully small foundation, doesn't it? Just one man? But the record speaks for itself. He is sufficient.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me, know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Psalm 139, verses 23 to 24.
American Family Radio.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
All right, we come back with unrestricted violence and warfare, explosions and gunfire.
When you have 3 boys, you watch that show and hope it doesn't rub off.
Yeah.
The irony is I'm from the B team, so I'm not even the A team.
The A team, the B team. Your team is welcome here on Trivia Friday. By the way, I was just going to say, just from a radio point of view, That's a great voice. Doing doing that open for the A-Team, and that's the original one, I guess. Was it from the 80s? When was that? Brent Creeley.
It would have been the 80s because that's when my boys had been that age.
Mr. T, right?
Yeah, Mr. T, Hannibal, Face.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it with them.
Well, yeah, you had a. All right, Brent, what's
83 to 86.
83 to 86.
Okay.
Yeah, those kinds of shows, I'll just make this comment, we'll move on, but those kind of shows, 3 years it aired every week. It was a different, crisis. Other people shooting at them that can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Right.
And they make it through every one of those situations.
But they weren't quite as good as MacGyver, though. I mean, MacGyver was a one-man.
That's what I used to watch.
Yeah. Yes.
MacGyver. All right, folks, it is Trivia Friday. We already did our questions. We'll wait a few minutes before we reset our questions. Ed Vitagliano, Bert Harper, Tony Vitagliano. We are right back at it. But let's go back to the phones.
Okay, let's go to Mississippi. Aaron, thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning. What part of Mississippi, Aaron?
I'm calling from Stone County, Wiggins, Mississippi.
Okay, down there in the southern part, close to the coast, but not quite there yet. Well, you want to ask or both?
I'd like to do both.
Okay, which question you want to answer?
The one about the seat.
All right. Well, man, I'm glad I got 2 pages of questions.
This is the Ed Show.
You can start borrowing some of mine if you need to.
All right, Aaron, what is the name of the sea between Greece and Turkey?
I may mispronounce it, but either the Aegean or the Aegean Sea.
The Aegean. Aegean. That's close enough, brother.
Well done.
Hey, did you know that or did you look that up? And we do recommend that people do some research if they can't come up with the top of their head answer.
No, sir. I had to reach out to a good friend.
All right.
Reach out and call someone.
You reach out and call someone.
The lifeline.
Yeah. Well done. What's your question for us, Aaron?
Okay. In the Laura Ingalls Wilder book series, what horse breed did Almanzo Wilder have? What was the pair of horses he had? What breed were they?
Man, Aaron, I'm going to tell you
Did they have a show on it? Oh, you mean there's a book? You mean there's a book about the Little House? Oh, I didn't know that.
Look, I've got a stack of books next to my bed that I've started. I'm about 3 chapters in, so I'm not the reader here.
In fact, I stopped getting you books for your birthday and for Christmas because you were worse than your grandfather.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of starting and not finishing.
My son Nathan, that's on Exploring, man, reading. There's not a book that doesn't need to be consumed.
Yeah.
He just would know.
Let's just give him a call right now and find out.
Hey, Nathan.
I don't know. I don't know many horse breeds to begin with.
It couldn't be Clydesdale. That wouldn't be it.
That couldn't be.
Welch. I don't know. I have no idea.
You're just throwing stuff out.
Spanish, something.
Arabian.
Arabian, yeah.
Oh,
Palominos.
Let's go with it can't be Arabian though.
Yeah.
Could be.
That would be too expensive for that family, and right? Weren't those like an expensive breed, Arabian horses? That's what the wealthy and that's what all the capitalists had.
That's right. Hey, we obviously don't know and we're guessing. Aaron, what is it?
They are Morgan horses.
Morgan. Yes. They are.
If my life depended on it, and I had 1,000 years, I would have come.
I was just
come
about
up
to say Morgan.
One of those families.
Yeah.
One of those. Hey, thanks, Aaron. Actually, an excellent question. Great show, and I'm sure a great series of books. And Tony, you can expect that under the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
That series of books.
My daughter's more likely to read.
I was going to say Stella's a reading machine.
She is a bookworm.
So. All right.
Okay. Let's go to the phone lines to Cheryl in Kansas. Cheryl, thank you for calling.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Well, great. We're excited that you could call. We like excited people. They don't fit in here, do they? There's nobody here excited.
We're very low key on the show.
Somber.
Cheryl, what part of Kansas?
Goddard, Kansas.
Okay.
It's right outside of Wichita.
Okay, great area.
So that's J.J. Jasper
Yeah,
country.
JJ would know. Yeah.
His second residence.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, you want to answer, ask, or both?
Both.
Well, which question you want to
I
take
want to do
on?
the mammal question.
What's that?
Mammal?
The mammal question.
Mammal.
The mammal question?
Another one of my questions.
Man, Ed.
Guys, I feel bad that nobody's going for y'all's questions.
Paying these people.
Yeah. All right, what is the only mammal that can actually fly, Cheryl?
It's the bat.
It is the bat.
Good.
I thought that.
There are some I think breeds of squirrels that can glide, maybe something else that can glide, but the only mammal that can actually fly is the bat.
But it has to hang upside down to take off. If it
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
If they land on the ground or something like that, they'll just flop around.
No kidding.
And yeah, that's. I read that. Now,
Oh.
that was on the internet.
Yeah, it's
I
gotta be
mean,
true.
come
then.
on, guys.
Yeah.
You know, that would make a great question later
Yeah.
next week, but
Yeah.
I may do that. We'll find out who's listening in class.
I would have also accepted Superman. That's
Yes.
the only mammal, actually mammal that can fly.
Yeah. Superman.
The two Vitaglione guys and their superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got it.
We're into
You
that.
may not know anything about Little House, but y'all got the superheroes.
Superheroes.
Hey, Cheryl, what's your question for us?
So the other group asked a few months ago a question about New Mexico and the name of the site that shot off the first atom bomb, which is the Trinity site. There is a rock that's only found there. Do you guys know what it's called?
That's only found in New Mexico or at that site?
Actually, at that site.
A rock. Wow.
Is there just like one of these? Like it's a landmark, or is it a type of rock?
It's a type of rock.
Okay.
Before or after the atomic blast?
Yes.
That'd be good.
Wow, this is a very good question. I do not know.
I'd have no idea.
I'm not a big I've never had much of an interest in geology, so I wouldn't be able to name very many types of rocks anyway.
Yeah, and if it's only in New Mexico, I really
In this one spot.
Yeah, in this one spot.
Must be from a meteorite or a meteor, that has hit there. All right, I think you got us. What's the answer?
So it actually did come after the site, after they blew up the bomb, and it's called Trinitite. It's named after the site. And it's radiated rock that's only found in that one area.
Oh, okay. So
they found it after, or did it form during that period of time?
Yeah.
Do you know that, Cheryl?
It was created because of the radiation from the bombs.
Oh, okay.
When they blew up multiple bombs in that site, it radiated the rock and formed some new version of rock right there that you can find. It's called Trinitite.
All right. Okay. So is it radioactive? I mean, do they sell it in the gift
safe.
shop?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have a gift shop. The site's only open twice a year on Labor Day and Memorial Day. But there are sites that do sell it, but it is radioactive. Yeah, you're not really supposed to.
Wow.
Okay.
Get your
my
get
boys
a
would be in
frog
trouble,
nearby
man.
it.
My boys would be picking them up and throwing them as far as they could. So
here, take that.
Yeah.
All right, Cheryl. Great question. Thank you
Okay.
so much. All right, we're gonna have to reset our questions simply
Well,
because
there's
I'm
no
running
need of
out.
Tony and me. I mean, Ed, you just do.
Takes my mind.
I am run. I guess they're too easy. I don't know, but people are jumping on it. Go ahead with yours, Tony. I'm gonna have to add one.
First question: what country in the world has the most pyramids? Second question: what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? Is it A, ground bamboo shoots, B, sticky rice, C, animal fat, or D, duck sauce? And then true or false, the college football team with the longest losing streak ever lost more than 50 games in a row.
All right, here I have, these are all new questions. I'm going to have to add another one because we've got 45 minutes left in the program. First, which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? And this is generally speaking, folks. I know there may be some husbands out there, ladies, who Don't use any part of their brains for hearing and listening. Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? Second question, in terms of market share, what type of cheese is most popular in the United States? In terms of market share, what type of cheese is most popular in the United States? And then third question, what is the only continent without an active volcano? What is the only continent without an active volcano?
Okay, here's three. I'll add one. What is the most common given name for the President of the United States? In other words, like his first name. And then, according to Barney on the Andy Griffith Show, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? The ring-necked grouse, the wild pheasant, the quail, or the web-footed red-crested lake loon? And here is, I'm going to do a baseball question because it's getting, close to the playoffs.
Yeah.
World Series. Who was the first Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in one game? Who was the first Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in one game? I'm going to do a multiple choice. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, or Hank Aaron? One of those guys did it first.
Ooh, that's tough.
Wow. So it's not in the playoff game. It's just in the game.
In one game.
Okay.
I did it because baseball's getting close to that time.
Yeah, it's getting close to that time, and that means it is time for the Boston Red Sox to go on a slump and fall out of playoff contention, which is what they're doing now.
Exactly right.
Yep. All right, let's go back to, by the way, it's 888-589-8840. It is Trivia Friday. Let's go back to the phones, Brother Bert.
Mark, thank you for calling from Texas, right?
Yes, sir. This Mark. You got me?
Okay, you're on, brother. What part of Texas?
Hey, thank you. From Lubbock, Texas, West Texas out here.
Way out west. Is it flat out that way?
It is flat. You can see it's clear all the way to Plain View.
I wonder why they called it Plain View.
You can see Russia from your back porch, can't you?
And then we got level land over here to the west of it.
It is. Name's appropriate. Hey, Mark, you want to answer, ask, or both?
Well, I'm going to try to do both. I guess I was going to take a stab at that area between the grease and the turkey coming up on Thanksgiving here, right before you drop that in the grease. But but let's go with the losing streak, the football. Let's go with the losing streak question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is true or false. The college football team with the longest losing streak ever lost more than 50 games in a row.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to say true.
That is true. Yes, sir.
Woo!
The team was Prairie View A&M in Prairie View, Texas.
That's Texas.
Yeah. So they lost 80 consecutive games from 1989 to 1998.
Are they still playing?
So, Mississippi State fans, look, it can always be worse. I'm just saying.
88
Thank you, Tony.
games in a
They
row?
lost 80 games, 80
games
consecutive
in a row.
games.
Wow.
That's 10 years, a whole decade almost of losing.
And so they were always on somebody's schedule for homecoming, weren't they?
I bet they got tired of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Okay. Well, Mark, you got a question for us?
Yeah, I want to see kind of where I'm in Bible in the Old Testament, Samson and Delilah. She asked him, how many times did she ask him before he actually told her the source of this strength? She asked him 2 or 3 before he finally told her. How many before she finally wore him down and he told her what would the source of the strength? How many other times did she ask him and she told him something else? How many times?
Well, oddly enough, it is the same number as hatfuls of water for filling up a radiator. No, I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. Brother Bert, I want to say 3 times.
That's what I think, if I remember right.
Now you're not going to change it at the last second.
Hey, 3.
A lot of Philistines lost their lives when he was pulling the wool over hers. So
that's right. They said, "Okay, I think we got it this time."
I know his strength. It sure wasn't in the brain, was it?
No, it was not.
No. The Philistines be upon you, Samson. Okay. Is there a connection here? Okay.
All right. How about 3? We're going with 3, Mark.
3. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
ding.
there
we
you
go.
go.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
All right.
He got closer and closer to the truth each time.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, okay, far away, close, finally told the truth.
And Samson is stereotypes are often not fair, okay? But he was the stereotypical jock. Okay, when we talk about guys who are good at sports, but not necessarily good at thinking.
Yeah.
He was an Old Testament jock.
That's good.
So
make that into a sermon. The Old Testament jock.
Yep.
Preach the sermon. That'd be good.
Just not necessarily the sharpest knife in the drawer.
You see that Philistine? I'll throw him over the mountains over there.
Okay. Hey, Mark,
no
thank
doubt.
you, man. Appreciate that. Well, let's stay in Texas and go to John. John, thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Good. Well, what part of Texas are you from?
Conroe.
Conroe. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, man, all over Texas today. Do you want to answer or ask her both?
I'm going to do both. Man, people have been taking all the answers
Well,
that I thought I might know.
They
So
like
I'm
Ed,
just
that's
gonna
all
do
I
it.
got to say. People really like Ed.
I'm just telling you, this
Okay.
is rough because I like having questions left over for next week to kind of get started. I'm in a bad way this time.
Okay, John, which question are you going to try since all of yours' favorites have been taken?
I'm going to take a shot at the POTUS most common name.
Okay.
It's you, Brother Bert.
What is the most common given name for the President of the United States?
This is just a guess. I'm going to say John.
Well, not quite. I'll put it this way. John comes in second.
I was with John from Texas.
Yeah.
I was going to
also
guess
with
John, but this is very interesting.
It's the second one. I'll tell you the number. There's 5 Johns. I hadn't listed them, but the other one has 6. Beat them out by 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
really did. Yeah.
Very interesting.
So, but that's a good guess. I'll tell you. I was going to say, you give away caps every once in a while. Yeah. If they could name this one and name the guys, the presidents, I was going to say they deserve a cap. But anyway,
wow.
The number in the
they can name the names of the individual presidents.
Yeah. You could do that if you looked it up.
Let's give them a brand new car.
Yeah.
Hey, John, you got a question for us?
Yeah, since I have 2 of the Andy Griffith scholars on here today, I'm going to try to stump y'all with one.
Tony's pretty good too.
Tony's right up there with
us.
Okay.
You're challenging all 3 of us. Go for it.
Okay. Andy Griffith's real-life father, Carl, appeared in one episode. Do you know the episode?
Was it when they were at the club? What's the name of the club that Barney was so excited? Esquire?
Oh, yeah, the Esquire
Was
Club.
he one of the guys in the Esquire Club? That's a guess, but I'm guessing because it would have to probably be in a crowd, not individually.
All right,
it was not in a crowd.
Oh, by himself? Oh man.
Well,
okay.
He walked by. Okay, it was in the episode "The Farmer Takes a Wife."
Yeah.
And okay, Andy and
they set the girl up on the fence. You mean the girl that gave for the makeup?
Yeah. Yeah. Alan Hale, the skipper, was the farmer.
Yeah.
Before he became the skipper, he was a farmer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan Hale. Jr.
Andy and Alan Hale were standing outside of the store talking, and a man came out of the store with a package under his arm, and he just walked by. He didn't have a speaking role or anything like that.
And that was Andy's real-life dad, Andy Griffith.
His Alfred
Andy's real-life
Hitchcock
dad,
moment.
Carl.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock.
He would always appear. Okay. That's a good – I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Well, and since we were talking about superhero movies, all the Marvel movies up until he died had a cameo appearance of Stan Lee, who was famous in the Marvel comics,
right?
Because he did Spider-Man, did a bunch of the different artwork and the characters for it, and he had a speaking part. in it. But now, so he wasn't just a.
Well, if I'm ever in a show, Dad, I'll give you a better role than walking out of the store with a package
with
under
a package
his arms.
under my arm. That might be all I can handle.
He could have 2 packages.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, John. Appreciate it. That was a great question.
Okay, go for one more. Okay. Yeah. Julie in Iowa. Julie, thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
Yes. What part of Iowa?
Bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
What a great name.
And not
for
Kentucky, but in Iowa. Way to go. Okay. Well, you want to ask, answer, or both?
Answer.
Okay. Which question you want to take on?
I'm going to try the Barney.
Okay, here it is. According to Barney, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? Now, I'm going to ask you, do you want to try it without the multiple choice, or do you want it with the multiple choice?
I'll try without.
What is it then?
My guess is quail.
Oh, me. No, it is not quail.
But you did make it easier for the next person to guess.
I know, because now I know for sure. I know what it is now.
Yeah.
Well, it'll make it a little easier for somebody else.
I tried to be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when you hear it, you all I got to say, you'll want to go and watch that.
That's a great
episode. It's that good.
And I'll tell you something else. It is it's one of the best episodes in the Andy Griffith Show, demonstrating the heart and compassion of the people of the town.
Oh, it does.
Because they don't want Barney to be humiliated, and they help him out.
He does that enough on his own, and so you need some help.
All right. Hey, Julie, thank you so much for being a listener. And great try. You did make it easier for somebody else.
Okay.
Was it a quail? Now, let me go back real quick. Was it a quail that was caught and cooked? Wasn't that a quail? Because it's the episode I'm thinking of. Didn't he had the
I'm trying
to
remember.
B had cooked.
What was?
Oh, okay.
A chicken, and Barney even.
That's what it was.
Andy gives it to Barney.
Yeah, gave it to Gomer.
Gomer.
Yeah.
Said they cook faster they cook faster on the campfire.
I mean, because Barney was shocked that the trap actually had worked, and he said, "Well, gee, it sure cooked up awfully fast." No, that was a great moment, and Gomer was all in helping out his buddy.
Gomer was all in, man. He helped him out.
All right, folks, we are going to take a 5-minute break for news. You're listening to Trivia Friday. Ed Vitagliano sitting in for Tim Wildmon today. I'm joined by Bert Harper and Tony Vitagliano. And 5-minute break for news, and we will return. By the way, next Friday, both Tim and JJ should be back in the saddle, so to speak, and we'll have the normal group in here, and this group is abnormal as you can get. So, all right, 5-minute break for news. We will be right back.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
All God asks of you is faithfulness. Headlines in USA Today. Did you see it this morning? All the odds against us. Faithfulness is the word.
There's a place for you on the battle line. Engage in the fight for America's families. Visit afa.net and then take your position. A message from the American Family Association.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. Dozens of protesters, including multiple politicians, were arrested Thursday after they tried to inspect holding rooms at an ICE facility in New York City. Chanley Painter reports.
That group staged a sit-in to demand access to the ICE office. ICE sources claiming officers had to secure doors with locks and zip ties after protesters pushed to enter, chanting from outside the facility door. And meanwhile, downstairs, a separate group of protesters blocked ICE vans from leaving the facility. Overall, 71 protesters were arrested, including New York City Comptroller Brad Lander, 2 New York State senators, and 9 New York State Assembly members. DHS has confirmed the building had to be put on lockdown because someone called in a bomb threat.
Police in Washington state announced Thursday they believe they found the remains of Travis Decker, who's accused of kidnapping and killing his 3 daughters earlier this year. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison says police are still waiting to confirm the identity of the remains.
We do feel pretty confident that there's a high probability this is him, just based off the clothing, some other personal items that we found on scene.
ABC decided to pull Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air due to remarks Kimmel made suggesting that Trump supporters were capitalizing off the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The FCC suggested that ABC's broadcast license was at risk due to Kimmel's comments. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr shares his views on the situation and the importance of public interest obligation.
We're going to continue to hold these broadcasters accountable to the public interest. And if broadcasters don't like that, simple solution, they can turn their license into the FCC. There's other things that we can do with it that would serve the national interest. And
the House Oversight Committee chair heard testimony from former White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients behind closed doors Thursday, where lawmakers inquired about former President Joe Biden's use of the auto pen and his mental decline. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer says the former president's son was involved in major decisions.
We believe he was the main user of the auto pen. He also said that Hunter Biden was there present in discussing a lot of the pardons.
Comer questions whether or not the former president was even aware of every document signed by the auto pen. Republicans allege aides took advantage of the former president's mental state to enact their own agenda. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed House Bill 7. Chris Woodward has more.
The law aims to protect women and their unborn children from abortion drug traffickers who illegally mail the drugs into the state. Texas Right to Life pushed for the law, so did Life News. Editor Stephen Erteld says thousands of abortion pills are trafficked into Texas every single year.
And of course, that undermines the pro-life laws that they've passed to protect babies from abortions. So here's what the law does. It basically allows Texans to file a suit against all of those companies that are selling abortion pills to Texas from out of state. There could be fines up to $100,000 in violation, and anyone can file a suit. Somebody who is a woman who has been injured by the abortion pill can file a suit. A father whose baby was aborted could file a suit. Anyone in the state can file a suit for damages. And the goal here is if enough lawsuits are filed, these illegal abortion companies that are selling pills from out of state and even out of the country in some instances, they might be able to be shut down.
Governor Abbott signed HB 7 into law on Thursday. Alliance Defending Freedom said the state of Texas is setting an example.
And finally, a pair of brothers from Texas spend their time helping their community. Janice Dean explains.
Daniel and Martin Hernandez both work full-time, but when they're not on the job, they're helping their community. The men offer their services like mowing the lawn, clearing the driveways, a sidewalk, and patios, or power washing. Martin says you never know what people are going through, but a simple act of kindness can brighten a day or change an outlook. The brothers began their mission several years ago, doing paid outdoor jobs with their dad. They met a client who told them she couldn't afford her medical bills, and that's when they decided to start doing things free of charge for people who couldn't afford to pay them. Daniel and Martin are now well known through their community and have so many fans. They say they do it because it makes them feel good to do good.
More news online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
I'm Dr. Ray Rooney. The mission of American Family Association is to inform, equip, and activate individuals and families to strengthen the moral foundations of American culture and give aid to the church, here and abroad, in its task of fulfilling the Great Commission. AFA aims to evangelize the lost and disciple the believer.
Thank you for standing with the American Family Association as we seek to stop the erosion of godly values.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
And welcome back. Final segment of Trivia Friday. Ed Vitagliano, Bert Harper, Tony Vitagliano. The bleeding has stopped a little bit on my questions. I haven't had any answered in a while.
I'll just give you mine afterwards. You can have those for next time.
I've had 4 questions answered. So we're going to go ahead and reset our questions. Maybe we can get a reset a little bit later on, maybe about 20 after. But let's, Tony, go ahead and reset the questions that you've got.
Yep.
I'll go then, Brother Bert, and we'll come back to the phone lines.
Yeah, my first question is, what country in the world has the most pyramids? Second question, what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? The A, ground bamboo shoots, B, sticky rice, C, animal fat, or D, duck sauce. And then kind of bouncing off of Brother Bert's president's question, who was the first U.S. president to live in the White House?
Oh,
good question. Good question.
All right, here are my 3 questions. Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? Second question, in terms of market share, what type of cheese is most popular in the U.S.? And then third question, what is the only continent without an active volcano?
Okay, here's my 3. 2 of them they've tried and hadn't been answered.
Right.
So, okay, what is the most common given name for the President of the United States? And it's not John. It is not John. And this is the one, according to Barney, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? It's not a quail, okay? I'll give you the 3. Red, the ring-neck grouse, wild pheasant, or the web-footed red-crested lake loon. And then the third one, baseball. Who was the first Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in one game? 22 players have done it in all the years of Major League Baseball. But who was the first? Was it Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, or Hank Aaron?
Great. That's a great question.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm looking forward to finding out.
Okay, let's go to Louisiana. Hartwell. Hartwell, it's good to hear from you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you want to answer or ask or both?
Both.
Okay, which question you want to answer?
The cheese.
Okay. All right. In terms of market share, what type of cheese is most popular in the U.S.? What say you, Hartwell?
American cheese?
No.
It should be. You're asking my opinion. It should be.
It should be America first, but that is not the correct answer. That's a good guess, though.
Okay.
That's a good guess. Good guess.
Can I ask a question?
You sure
go right
can.
ahead.
There are 5 states that has an Abbeville in them. I live in Abbeville, Louisiana. Name the other 4.
It has an Abbeville?
Abbeville?
Yes.
One of them's Mississippi.
Don't look it up now. Don't cheat.
No,
Okay.
we don't. We won't cheat, or at least we won't tell you. But
Oxford,
no.
right outside of Oxford is
So
Abbeville.
Mississippi is one?
Mississippi.
Yeah. I bet Alabama does. Seems like I've seen it. Aliceville or Abbeville. I won't say Alabama.
Okay, Mississippi, Alabama.
Texas, they got so many towns. Surely they'd be in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then how about California for the same reason?
Yeah, same reason.
All
That's
right.
our 4
Mississippi,
guesses.
Alabama, Texas, and California.
Wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Hartwell. give us the 4. Give us the 4.
South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi.
Okay, right there in the
Yeah,
South.
All right.
Okay.
So what is? Are they all named after like a place in England, or that's an odd name? Maybe Abbey.
Yeah.
It's not spelled the same, but do you have any backstory on that, Hartwell?
I believe that's true.
Okay.
Okay. Because of the Abbeys or something. And
Yeah.
All right.
It's true. Okay. Appreciate that. Our Nathan lives in Leeds, Alabama, named after the Leeds in England. So a lot of it brought over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Ed in Georgia. You're not from Abbeville, Georgia, are you, Ed?
No, but actually, I live probably about 65 miles from Abbeville.
Okay, man. Where is that? Where is that you're living?
Abbeville is in the south central Georgia, and I live in southwestern Georgia.
Okay.
Well, all I want to say, whenever there's an Ed on the show, is 2 Eds are better than 1.
Yeah.
My one Ed joke.
Here we go.
So,
And I will say I'm not Mr. Ed because I'm not as smart as a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, Ed, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
Answer.
All right, which one you want to answer?
The Great Wall of China.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
so
he's got
that
it,
is,
man.
what strange ingredient was used in the mortar for the Great Wall of China? Was it A, ground bamboo shoots, B, sticky rice, C, animal fat, or D, duck sauce?
It is B, sticky rice.
That is absolutely correct.
Is it
Yes.
sticky rice?
Go, man.
Sticky rice, yeah, they would use that as an agent to kind of bond the mortar. They had plenty of it around, so they're like, we got to find something to do with it. That's great, good job.
All right, so let me ask you a question here. Is this a reason why sometimes if I eat sticky rice, I kind of get a bloated feeling afterwards?
I don't know.
Or
I can't account for that.
It may be the amount.
if you could use it in mortar, maybe you should be eating it.
Stays with you a long
Start
time.
sending shipments of it to the southern border.
Ed.
Build our
thank
own
you,
Great
man.
Wall of China.
Okay. Take care of South Georgia, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Ed.
Okay. Let's go to Mississippi, and it's Samuel. Samuel, thank you for calling.
Howdy there, folks.
Well,
Howdy.
where do you reside in Mississippi?
I am in today I'm actually in West Monroe, Louisiana, but I come from Bogue Chitto, Mississippi.
Yeah, Bogue Chitto. Listen, I'm an old high school basketball player, and back in the day, Bogue Chitto had some great basketball teams.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago. But anyway, that's another century, literally. Literally. Okay. Hey, Samuel, you want to ask, answer, or both?
I'd like to do both.
Which question?
Well, I was going to try and answer the Great Wall of China, but I think I'm going to go with the president's question.
Okay, here it is. And it's not John. You remember somebody's tried that one. What is the most common given name for the president of the United States?
Is it James?
Yes, it is.
Good job.
All right. I figured it had to be James.
Yeah, I got to ask you, can you name any of them?
Well, I know there's James Polk.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the two of the
Madison.
first 5. Madison, yes.
Yep.
Adams is John. Let's see. You've got Monroe, I believe.
That's right. You've got half of them. Think more recently.
I can't think of any more.
Come on, Samuel.
Let's see.
Okay.
Samuel.
Okay.
Samuel.
Here, James Buchanan,
Buchanan, yeah.
Garfield, and Jimmy Carter was a James.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Carter.
Jimmy was short for James. So you had 6.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, Samuel, you got half of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to send you a hat.
Oh, wow.
All right. You got half of the right answers on that. So, do you wear ball caps? You want a ball cap?
I do every once in a while. Usually date nights. I'll wear my hat.
He gets fancy. He pulls out the fancy clothes. Date night. There we go.
In Bogue Chitto.
Yeah.
All right, Samuel. Well, listen, if you don't want it, you can give it away to someone who wears it more often, or you can save it. It's a brand new hat. Next time you guys are out on date night, how's that? So make sure when we're finished with you on air, don't hang up. We'll put you on hold. Cindy Roberts will get you information, and we'll get you a hat in the mail.
Do you have a question for us, or did that do?
I do have a question, but first I'd like to say I have been listening for going on 10 years now, and I've been trying to get on for almost 10 years, so I'm a first-time caller.
All
wow.
And you get a hat.
And I
that's
feel
right.
even better about the fact that I'll tell you what, we're going to send you 2 hats. One for you and one for your wife.
One for
date
his
night.
date.
So your wife you guys can be matching when you guys go. I don't know what
that's persistence right there.
That is persistence. I don't know what you have available in Bogachita, but when you go to the Dairy Queen, you each have a hat on. How's that?
Listen, has this question been brewing for 10 years, or you got a fresh one? What is it, Samuel? Go ahead with your question.
I just wanted to ask, there is a very common name that Crystal Springs, Mississippi, goes by other than that, and they're very much centered around it. Can you tell me what that name is?
Crystal Springs.
All right, I'm subtracting a hat from you, Samuel, for maybe the most obscure question we've had.
Okay, so Crystal Springs is the name, but you're saying there's another name that it goes by?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
For like the Big Apple or something like that for New York City. Crystal, the Springs. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the answer?
There's no need of us asking. Guessing.
It's Tomatotropolis. They're very popular for their tomato festival.
Tomatotropolis. That's fun.
Like
you get that hat back.
Tomatotropolis. Yeah.
All right.
If y'all ever find yourself there, there's an awesome ice cream parlor there called the Mosh Pit. You should go in there and ask them their backstory.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Now when you started that off, you said if you ever find yourself here, I was about to say then something has gone seriously wrong. I'm terribly lost, but I do like ice cream, so that's
worth the trip.
Yeah, maybe worth a trip.
Yeah.
All right, Samuel, I'm going to put you on hold. Make sure you tell Cindy Roberts you get 2 hats. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you guys enjoy your date night. All right.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and reset our questions for the last time. Do you have any left?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll go ahead. My first question is, what country in the world has the most pyramids? My next question is, who was the first U.S. president to live in the White House? And then my last question, because I had to also pull one from the backups.
Now, are you going to now add another question?
Oh, well, how do we?
Yeah, you don't have to at this late stage. I'd save it. This is what Tim does. Okay. Tim usually winds up with one question remaining for the whole last segment.
I'm just going to leave it those 2 then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I have 3 questions. I have 15. my 15th question. I have 3 questions remaining. Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language? In terms of market share, what type of cheese is most popular in the U.S.? It's not American. That's already been answered. And then what is the only continent without an active volcano?
Okay. 2 of mine's been answered, but the one about the Andy Griffith Show. Come on, Andy Griffith fans.
Yeah.
According to Barney, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? The ring-necked grouse, the wild pheasant, or the web-footed red-crested lake loon? And then the baseball question. Who was the first Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in one game? Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Hank Aaron.
All right.
One of those is
great question. All right, let's go back to the phones.
Okay, let's go to Kevin. Kevin in Illinois. Kevin, thank you for calling.
Thank you. God bless you guys. I'm so excited. I have to tell you, I told my little Brahma heifer this morning, I'll bet you a $1 I get on this morning. So I wanted to throw that out there.
$1
So I don't
now.
I don't bet. But I want to do the Barney question.
Okay, hang on. Before you do that, what did you say? You said you told what? You told who?
I don't bet, but I bet my little Brahma heifer, Daisy, that I would get on trivia this morning. I bet her a little $1.
He talks to his cow.
His cow. Well, I mean, I knew that. I didn't know that you. Okay, I'm just going to say I was horrified for you because sometimes husbands will refer to their wives as my little heifer. And I just thought, man, you should not have done that on national radio. But you're literally talking about talking to a cow, right?
They're no longer alive. The ones that do that are no longer alive.
Yes, they're no longer
with. They do it once.
All right, give them the question.
Okay, here it is. According to Barney, what is the hardest bird to trap in the wild? A ring-necked grouse, a wild pheasant, or the web-footed red-crested lake loon?
I'm going to go with the web-footed, red-crested lake loon.
That is correct.
go.
Way to go.
There we go.
Yeah, you know that episode, Kevin?
No, sir. No, sir. I've watched a lot, but I cannot recall that, but I knew that would be the answer, sir. I was going to answer I walked on the Great Wall back in 11, and I was going to answer that one. But, again, I love Andy Griffith.
Did you know the answer to the Great Wall of China question?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Sticky rice. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
No.
Kevin's saving his knowledge for
I think
biblical
they use
knowledge.
the starch. I think they use the actual starch of that.
Okay.
You'd have to look that up, but
Yeah.
I think they more use the starch. But I do have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What either county or town in southern Illinois is the only working appellate courthouse that President Abraham Lincoln argued a case in? And we actually have a Justice Overstreet here in Illinois that's from this town also, the Honorable. But, again, what either county or town is their a working appellate courthouse that Abraham Lincoln argued a case in?
I have a friend in Normal. Don't you like that name, Normal,
Yeah,
Illinois?
Normal.
I'll just, since I know that town, I'll say Normal. That'd be Normal,
Normal,
right?
Illinois.
Normal, Illinois.
Man, I have no idea. A county, he said town, so it
Or
wouldn't be like Springfield or anything, would it? So I don't know.
That's in the central part.
Yeah.
He said southern.
Oh, he said southern. All right. I don't know. This is when we need
F it
Tim.
down.
We need
There's
Tim with
yeah.
his knowledge of geography. Unless it's normal. I think you stumped us, Kevin.
No. Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
Okay.
Illinois.
Yeah, okay.
So that still has the same courthouse that Abraham Lincoln argued in?
Appellate courthouse still working. There's a statue, bronze statue of him outside, and a lot of kids take their prom pictures and stuff there. But absolutely, it's still a going concern. Yes, sir.
All right.
Mount Vernon.
Wow.
Amen.
Okay.
What-
Well, thank you, Kevin. That was a great question.
It really was.
And appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Texas and talk to Orban. Orban, thank you for calling.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Orban.
I was not going to call in today because my phone was completely out of battery. But right before it started charging. So I said I'm going to try it. So Cindy got me in.
Okay.
All right.
Way to go. Well, Orban, where are you calling from in Texas?
I'm between two little towns in East Texas. One is Van, Texas, where I live closest to, and the other one is where the big salt mine is, Grand Saline. Do you know where those are?
I have, like I say, Tim needs to be here. I know it pretty good, but not like Tim.
I like Tim.
Yeah. Go ahead, Orban. We don't know, but we're glad you're there.
Yeah. Ask, answer, or do both.
Okay. I wasn't going to ask this question, but Tim's not there today, so he won't say, Orban, you've already asked that question before. So I want to ask a question about when I lived in Alaska, I was accused of causing an earthquake when I went into Baskin Robbins ice cream and ordered ice cream. Can you guess which ice cream I selected that caused the earthquake?
Now, Orban, how in the world are we supposed to get that? You want us to guess what ice cream you ordered?
Is this like a? Is this
30? It's
like a riddle.
It's
okay.
One of the Is it 31 flavors?
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the 31 flavors.
Is there a earthquake?
Well, I was trying to think of one that would be close to that.
Rocky Road.
Man. I have no idea.
Alaska is
I
moose,
order
you know,
mint chocolate chip. That
moose
I don't
tracks.
even look at other.
I don't know.
Pralines and cream, man. Pralines and cream.
I
mean, if I would expect the ground to open up if you ordered like cotton candy or something like that. That's just not a good flavor at all. The ground should open up and swallow the Baskin Robbins. Yeah, in Alaska. But,
can you think of a good name, something like that? You know,
shaken strawberry. I don't
Orban,
know.
you're going to have to tell us, man.
Okay, the B team guy got it. He said it. Can you say it again, B team man?
Okay, so I said Moose Tracks.
Rocky Road.
Or Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Rocky
there
Road.
It
that
is.
was my
Rocky
first.
Road.
Yeah,
Way to go.
And good way to go, Tony. And what's the earthquake thing? I don't get that.
Well, when I walked in, the girl said, "What do you have?" And as soon as I pointed to it and said Rocky Road, everything starts rocking and rolling. So we ran out. I said, "Let's get out of here. It's earthquakes." We ran out. When we came back in, she ran around, grabbed me. She said, "Did you know we were going to have an earthquake?" I said, "No, how would I?" And she said, "As soon as you said Rocky Road, it started rocking, and those windows start rocking, and the long stem plants are rolling." And next time I went in there,
watch out! Watch your order. Watch out! Watch your order. Better be careful.
Go in and
order.
It wasn't.
After Orban.
Did he have a question?
It wasn't
he wanted
a riddle.
To answer.
No, he said he just wanted to ask a question.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Let's see. I know we're hurrying up a little bit here, but let's see if we can get Larry in, Brother Bert.
Okay. From Louisiana, Larry, thank you for calling.
Hey, guys.
Yes. Ask or both?
I think I'm going to take a stab at the baseball question.
The baseball question.
Okay.
Well, this is one that I'd like to know the answer to.
I did not know this. Now, there's been 22 players that's hit 4 home runs in one game since Major League started.
Okay.
That's a pretty unique deal.
Oh, yeah.
And who was the first Major League Baseball player to hit 4 home runs in one game? Was it Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, or Hank Aaron?
It's probably Lou Gehrig because Hank Aaron never hit 50 home runs in a season. So I would take Lou Gehrig.
Woo, that is correct.
Wow.
Lou Gehrig.
Wow. Well done, Larry.
Way to go. He did that, man. Lou Gehrig, the Iron,
Yeah.
I mean, you ever watch that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I'm the luckiest man
Yeah.
alive.
That was because he had that disease. It was
called Lou
named after
Gehrig
him.
disease.
Yeah.
They named it, but it's worth watching, Tony.
Okay,
It's
I'll
old
check
black
it out.
and white.
Old black and white. And
If it Jimmy Stewart or Gary Cooper's in it, it's worth watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are probably
statement.
two of my favorites of all time. There's probably a few I would put in there for like comedies or something
And
like
their
that.
genre, man, they did the whole thing. They could be the average guy, the cowboy. The
heroic.
They could. They were
Kinda.
that. Lou Gehrig, that's right. Did you know that, or was that a guess?
It was kind of a guess, and then I looked it up to confirm it.
Okay.
Well, that's all right.
Do we have time for him to ask his question?
Oh, yeah, I
Ed?
think so.
Go ahead
gotta
with
make
your
it quick.
question.
No, I didn't. I was just going to answer the
Oh,
question.
wow. Okay, Larry. Thank
It
you,
sounds
man.
like you got your blinker on somewhere. I hope you hadn't been driving while you do it.
No, I'm at work. I work for a public utility, and I'm getting water samples, so I can listen at the radio while I'm driving.
All right. Thank you, Larry.
Appreciate
it.
you,
Have
man.
a great weekend. All right. Well, it's the time of the show where we give the answers to our questions that have heretofore gone unanswered. So, Tony, what you got left?
Yeah, my question, what country in the world has the most pyramids? The answer was not Egypt, surprisingly. It was Sudan.
Sudan. That's now I'm surprised someone didn't take a shot at that.
Yeah.
Because everyone would think
I would think
it was
someone would
Egypt.
look it up.
And
You know,
that
I mean, I
was
wouldn't have
the
blamed-
mystery question?
That was the mystery question.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Yeah. Get you a new hat to go on date night, Bert, with your wife.
We will give you a free hat anyway. All right. Does anyone have any others?
Yeah. Who was the first U.S. president to live in the White House? That
John
was
Adams?
John Adams, correct.
All right. Which part of the brain deals with hearing and language?
The damaged part.
Temporal lobe. All right. In terms of market share, what type of cheese is the most popular in the U.S.? A good mozzarella.
Yeah, of
Good
course.
mozzarella.
Italians.
And Australia is the only continent without an active volcano.
Believe it or not, every one of mine was answered. All four
Is
that
that
I
right?
asked, they were
Yep.
answered.
I had 7 questions.
That's a record, man.
No,
Yeah,
four
that's a lot.
4 answered. I had to use 7 questions. I've never had to go through so many questions before. Now I got to do some real serious research.
Just take mine. I won't be
week.
on here for a very long time. You can take mine and use them.
All right, folks. Listen, thank you for joining us. More great programming directly ahead. Lord willing, we'll see you back here on Monday.
Hey, my name is Wesley Wildmon.
And I'm Walker Wildmon.
And we're brothers, and our family have been leading tours to the land of the Bible for more than 30 years.
Coming up in March of 2026, we would love for you to join us